Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Tau Santoshayata Santo, Srila Rupa Sanatano, Dakshinatyena Bhattena, Punaretadvivichyate, Tasyadyam Granthanaлекam, Krantavyutkrantakhanditam, Kalocyataparyayam, Krutva Likhati Jivakaha. Yes, Mataji. Bhagavad Sandarbha class is, I feel more relaxed because no hunter is there, time hunter. You can relaxedly, in the relaxed way, you can express and you can explain and relish, enjoy. In the Bhagavad Sandarbha maximum we do one sloka, that's Jiva Goswami's commentary, in 1.5 hour. But there we should do 15 slokas commentary and such a high speed. It's very difficult actually. If we read even Sandarbhas very thoroughly, Bhagavatam you can do self-study actually. Because Sandarbhas are so. But what is the problem? If you leave for the students to study, if there is no systematic course, never study actually. That's another point, another samasya. And if you study Sandarbhas nicely, then you can understand Bhagavatam easily, automatically. But they don't do. But if you study Bhagavatam hurry running and without understanding the concepts, there is also just like self-study, that is. And doing both needs time. And if we ask students to stay more time, also that's not possible. That is the main problem. So what should we do? Tirumala, what is the solution? But students will not stay. Na? Anyway, we are having holidays, na? You know, all December 20 to January 20. Officially, I am declaring. Okay. Also, 1.5, 2 months, 3 months. Also, you take. What is there? You stay for another 5 years. So, yesterday we discussed. Finally, there are three things: Chit, Achit, Bhagavan. Chidachit Bhagavan. Yes. Antaranga Shakti and Tarsha Shakti both are Chit, and Bahiranga Shakti is Achit. Like this we have concluded. Surya Bhagavan, Surya Mandalaha, Surya Rashmi, Chaya are directly are used to exemplify Bhagavan, planet of Bhagavan, Vaikuntha or the Goloka, and Jivatma, and next Bahiranga Shakti are respectively showed by that. Now today we are going to prove Bahirangatvam, Bahirangam, Bahirangamaha. That means today we are going to discuss the Bahiranga Shakti. Why we have to accept Shakti is Bahiranga? Anyway, Shakti is one. Lord is having one Shakti. Parasya Shakti, Shakti. There is one Shakti only. Of course, it is many-fold. That means many forms it is existing. Why you have to accept Shakti as Bahiranga?
don't accept Bahiranga Shakti, then what will happen? There will be contradiction that Lord also is getting contaminated by the mood. By the mood means by the Bahiranga Shakti, by the Shaktis. Because Lord doing creation, destruction, maintenance. Yes.
If we won't show the bad, then what is the value of good? If we don't show the bad, there is no value of good. So if there is, if we discuss about the Bahiranga Shakti, then we can understand the importance of Antaranga Shakti, the
No,
value
I
of
am
it.
asking why you have to accept Bahiranga Shakti. So, what is the need? Anyway, Sambala Prabhu answered. Everything is Brahman, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. So everything is Brahman. But the thing is, if everything is Brahman, then why you have to accept something is inside the Brahman and why something is outside the Brahman? Outside the Brahman means something is outside to the Swarupa of the Brahman. So reason is, yeah, you said already. So this material world is not there initially. Initially only one. Ahame vasame vagre. अहमे वासमे वाग्रे नान्यद्यत् सदसत्परं पश्चादहं यदते तच्च यो अवशिष्यते सोऽस्म्यहम्. I was only there, and after that yad etaccha, that means this also is there, and after that finally I will be alone. Means what? Whatever is we are seeing in between, that is also that only. Only initially that is there, x is there, initially x is there, in between x plus something is there, and after that x is there. That means x plus something, whatever something, that is also in it belong to the x only. So that means whatever is in between there, that is also coming from him only. So now that means creation is also coming from Lord. If creation is created by the modes, and that means it is also out of the energy of the Lord. If you accept this energy is also inside the Swarupa of the Lord, then there is a problem is the Swarupa of the Lord will be Jada and also changeable. The Swarupa of the Lord is also Jada and changeable. Both properties will come. I मौसम drowsy है actually. पता नहीं. Today's climate is very drowsy. Everyone's face is looking very drowsy. Yeah? Yeah? Looking drowsy, students. क्यों actually? Huh? And sleep. Huh? Adarsh bro, you slept nicely. Radharani Master. Let's go and sleep, everyone. How it is? How it is? Yeah? So after this, now how to prove Bahirangatvam of that Shakti, or otherwise how to prove Bahiranga Shakti? That is today's topic. Prove. That means from the Shastra. From the Shastra also you should. So you should say directly some place where it is directly said. Bahiranga Shakti is directly mentioned. Is there any place? Yes. ऋतेर्दं यत् प्रतीयेत न प्रतीयेत चात्मनि तद्विद्यादात्मनो मायां यथा भासो यथा तमः. So how it establishes Bahiranga Shakti? That is our discussion today. Anyone wants to try before going inside? Riterdam yat pratiyeta na pratiyeta chatmani. From this, how to derive the Bahiranga Shakti? You want to try? Mike.
The
Actually, one
apple,
thing, all the students, all the time, yeah, whatever speak.
when we see the apple,
Mm.
unless one offer that apple to lotus feet of the Lord, that is known as Maya. But when he offered that apple to lotus feet of the Lord, then it is become transcendental.
Yes. Tell. Riterdam yat pratiyeta na pratiyeta chatmani. Tell this. No, okay. Anyone wants to try? You want to explain this sloka to get the Bahiranga Shakti. Okay, you tried, good. So, you want, Mataji? I explained when I was doing this chapter. We did this chapter for 10 days. I was remembering once upon a time. Huh? Yeah. I was new to teach. Huh? वो allow करिए देखते हूँ. He's becoming. ब्रज प्रेम प्रभु. हरे कृष्णा. ब्रज प्रेम. ब्रज प्रेम प्रभु.
Yes, Prabhuji.
You want to attend this class also?
This is about Sandarbha, na Prabhuji.
This is Sandarbha class.
So can I attend?
Yeah, you can attend if you want.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Riterdam yat pratiyeta na pratiyeta chatmani. So we are discussing this sloka, Prabhu, to second canto, 9th chapter, 33rd sloka, 2933. Why we are discussing this sloka? To establish the Bahiranga Shakti of the Lord. So this is the today's discussion. So now see the explanation of this sloka. Riterdam yat pratiyeta na pratiyeta chatmani. Srila Jiva Goswami is writing like this. He's explaining this sloka like this. Artham paramartha bhutam mam vina yat pratiyeta. First take the first line. In that first line, take the first half. Rite artham yat pratiyeta. This much you should take first. Okay, first you take this and now expand this. Rite artham yat pratiyeta. Rite artham yat pratiyeta means how to expand. Artham means first what? Paramartham. Paramartha bhutam. Artham means paramartha bhutam. Paramartha bhutam means transcendental. That means which is supremely transcendental. Artham means, now what meaning we got? Supremely transcendental. Who is that? Krishna. Who is supremely transcendental? Krishna. So artham paramartha, artham means paramartha bhutam. So that means which is fully transcendental or highly transcendental. What is that? That is Krishna. Mam means, that means Krishna. Vina, without, yat pratiyeta, which appears. That means the one which appears without me. Now the translation is what? Riteartham yat pratiyeta means the one which appears without me. Who is speaking this? Krishna is speaking. Na? That is the point. So how to understand this? He is giving even explanation for this. What is this? Without me, the one appears means what? He is clearly elaborating now. मत प्रतीतौ तत् प्रतीत्यभावात् मत्तः बहिरेव यस्य प्रतीतिः इत्यर्थः. The one which appears without me means in my appearance, its appearance is not there. That is the meaning. In my appearance, its appearance is not there. Pratiti means appearance. You got? Without me, the one which appears without me means in my appearance, its appearance is not there. Means its appearance is outside of my appearance. Its appearance is outside of my appearance. Now, this is the total final meaning of Riterdham Yat Pratiyate. First half. Atma, you got it? What is the conclusion? Mike.
If my appearance, if that appearance is not there, I mean, I can explain
Try.
like a Krishna. If he is not uh, present in that things,
Anyone wants to try sequentially? You try. Satprem Prabhu. First time you raised your hand.
Ritiyartham yat pritiyeta. That means Lord says that in my appearance, the appearance of Bhairanga Shakti is not there. That means Bhairanga appearance is out of the appearance of the Lord.
Yes. Simple.
That's the point.
Riterdam yat pratyeta means the one which appear without me. That means in my appearance, its appearance is not there. Means its appearance is outside to the my appearance. Clear? I took 2 years to understand this line. When I was studying, I always come to here and I am not able to get and fail and I will reading back and reading back. No. Actually, now you people so much that means favorable now to catch the points. There's a there is a result we are seeing after 1 year. It's a positive sign actually. Yeah. Yes. No, really, it's a very happy. I'm happy actually because of. What Tika class, but the point is they don't know Sanskrit also. Na? Tika class will be good. Huh? Getting something from Sanskrit also you are getting something. Huh? Huh? Dinadatri Mata you are getting something little. Explain. Okay. Yeah, November, by November 20, if we finish this Bhagavad Sandarbha, then yes. One minute. Okay, Prabhu. So next. Yeah, yeah. Next. Riterdham yat pratiyeta na pratiyeta chatmani. This you have to deal now. Riterdham yat pratiyeta. That means with the one which appears without me. That is done. Then na pratiyeta chatmani means yaccha atmani na pratiyeta. Yaccha atmani na pratiyeta. Yasya cha, wait, bro. Yasya cha madashrayatvam vina swatah pratiti nasti ityartha. This is another point. From the first half, we understood that the appearance of the Maya is outside of the appearance of Lord. That is clear. And second point is yach atmani na pratiyeta means yasya cha madashrayatvam vina swatah pratiti nasti. That means whose appearance is not possible without my shelter. This is the second point. Whose appearance is actually, first of all, you should write this. Atmani na pratiyeta means you should write which cannot appear by himself. Which cannot appear. This is second point actually. Which cannot appear by himself. Means whose presence, whose appearance means whose appearance is not possible without my shelter. Clear? If I want, I can repeat again. Yacha atmani na pratiyeta means the one which not appear by itself. Which cannot appear by itself. That means whose appearance is not possible without my shelter. That means now in the first point we saw the appearance of the Maya is outside to the appearance of the Lord. That we said, and that appearance of the Maya is happening by itself? No. That means yacha atmani na pratiyeta. That is the meaning. Na pratiyeta cha atmani. That is the meaning. It means whose presence is not possible by itself. That means its presence. That means Maya's presence or appearance. The appearance of Maya is not possible without my shelter. Clear? So this is clearly proving Maya. That means some Shakti. Maya means Shakti. Shakti outside of the appearance of the Lord. That means it's external to the Lord. And also it is not possible by itself. That means it is always dependent on Lord. Yeah.
See, in the first line, when you are this explaining mam bina yat pratiyata, who is manifest without me. Okay, and then next paragraph we are saying
Which
that
manifest
or who is appear
Who-
mam bina
without me. Yeah.
without me. Okay, and second point we are explaining
Without me. Yeah.
that, second we are saying yasya so madashrayam bina sata pratiyata. Mat ashrayatam bina sata pratiyata nasti ityartha. Which doesn't manifest without my shelter. So these 2 points are contradictory.
No,
correct?
no. That's why it is. Jiva Goswami is writing that's why. Artham Paramarthabhutam Mam Vina Pratiyeta means which, what is first line I said, out of all this you are writing na. So the one which doesn't appear without me. That is the first statement I said. Sorry, the one which doesn't, sorry, the one which appear without me. That I said. Who I had not, I said not taking back. So the one which appears without me means what? That I am saying. It means mat pratito tat pratita bhava. That means, that's why I am saying. Here you should take the meaning. What meaning you should take? That means the who, its presence is not in my presence. That is the meaning you should take. Not that it is not dependent on. It's clarifying. He's clarifying, na. He's not saying that you should take that meaning, which is going to be contradictory to the next statement. No, you should not take that. What is the meaning of this? He's writing. He's elaborating. You should take that. Yeah, its presence is not in my presence. Its presence is not in my presence. That means tat pratiti mat pratitau abhava. That means its presence is not in my presence. That means its presence is outside to the my presence. That is clear. And next half he took Atmani na pratiyeta. That means it cannot appear by itself. That means its appearance always dependent on my shelter. What is difficult? You should take it. Yeah. Yes. Outside of the Lord means it appears outside to the appearance of Lord.
That is first thing. Second thing that again it is under my shelter.
Yes.
It appears because of my shelter.
Yes.
Correct.
Without my shelter,
It cannot appear.
it cannot appear.
It cannot appear.
Yes.
Yeah. So that means wherever is like a Krishna and shadow. Where there is a Krishna, there will be shadow. And shadow cannot exist without the Krishna.
Tatha lakshanam vastu atmanah mama parameshwar. So then what is that kind of vastu? So the one which appears outside to my appearance and also which dependent on me, or otherwise whose appearance is dependent on me. So what is that kind of vastu? What is that vastu? Tad vidyat, that you should know. Mayam, that you should know it as Maya. So one sloka, 2 lines. In the Bhagavad Sandarbha, it takes this much time. In the Bhagavatam class, the same sloka will be covered within 5 minutes, 4 minutes. How actually it's Bhagavatam class planning, something is something revolution has to come in Holy ISKCON. This Bhakti Vedanta Bhakti Vaibhava, I don't think it is. No, but every sloka you cannot do. Okay, something. So now, what is that vastu which is having these two characteristics? Whose presence, whose appearance is outside of the appearance of the Lord, and whose appearance is dependent on the Lord. So what is that vastu? Tat vastu. Tada lakshanam vastu. It means the object which is having that kind of characteristics. Vastu means object. Tatha lakshanam means having that kind of characteristics. Atmanah mama parameshwarasya mayam. He is saying that, what is that vastu? Krishna himself is saying that vastu is Atmanah Maya. It is my Maya. He's saying it's my. Atmanaha means my. Mama. Mama Parameshwarasya Mayam. What is that? It is twofold. It's two kind. Jiva Maya, Guna Maya. Why it is two types? It is existing in two ways. This Maya is existing in two ways. What is that? Jiva Maya, Guna Maya. Why we have to say this Maya is existing in two ways? Because two examples are given. Yatha baso yatha tama. This Maya is said with two examples. From these two examples, we should understand Maya is existing in two ways. Jiva Maya. What is this Jiva Maya? Guna Maya. Different. Yes. Maya is two, it existing in two ways. Jiva Maya, Guna Maya. Jiva Maya, we will discuss anyway very elaborately, but just for your understanding, Jiva Maya means which covers the knowledge, Swarupa Gnanam of the Jiva. That is the Jiva Maya. Guna Maya means the Maya which is caused to manifest this material world. That's gunas, that more different objects, like you are seeing the cement, these buildings, trees, plants, all this. That is Guna Maya. That's Pradhana, which is cause for the Pradhana. Swarupa Gnanam of the Jiva. Guna Maya is the cause for the manifestation of material world. Dvayatmika, that means it existing in two ways. Mayakya Shaktim Vidyat. So that's why this is Shakti. So, my dear Brahma, you should know this object is nothing but my Maya, that is two ways existing. That is existing in two ways, Jiva Maya and Guna Maya. So, one may say, whose appearance is outside to the my appearance and whose appearance is dependent on me. This characteristic is going with the maybe Jivatma. Can it be Jivatma? Jivatma is existing outside the appearance of the Lord. And also it is dependent on Lord. Why don't you say it is Jivatma? Why Krishna said that as a Tad Vidyat Atmano Mayam? Why don't you take here Jivatma, it as a Jivatma? Why you should take only the Maya? Jivatma is Sarup Shakti. Jivatma is Sarup Shakti. After learning this much, కాకరకాయ చెప్పరా అంటే అంత చదివితే కేకరకాయనంట ఇలాంటోడు మాతాజీ ఇంత చదువు చదివి కాకరకాయ చెప్పరా అంటే కేకరకాయ అన్నాడు. అర్థమైందా? After studying so much Bhagavat Sandarbha and this Sandarbha, and he is saying Jivatma is Swarup Shakti. Yeah, by it existing without me means it doesn't mean that it is Swarup Shakti. No. Yeah, now one may raise this kind of objection. Why can't you take Jivatma? So now answer we should give. We are giving answer. Question. So we define two characteristics. First, in the first line, two characteristics are said. What is that? The one which is the one whose appearance is outside the appearance of the Lord, and whose appearance is dependent on the Lord. These are the, that means, so these two characteristics we studied in the first line. So what is that object? Yet means the one is having the first and second characteristics. That is, Krishna is saying that is Maya. But one may ask, why you are saying it is Maya, Krishna? It is Jivatma also, I will say. Huh? One may raise this kind of objection. So now answer is said. Atra Shuddha Jivasyapi Chidrupatva Viseshena Tadiya Rashmi Sthaniyattvena Cha Swantah Patayeva Vivakshitah. Here the point is, it is considered inside of the Lord only. Swantah Patah Vivakshitah. Why? Now you see, in the whole creation, what is there? Lord is there, Lord's abode is there, material world is there, and Jivatmas are there. Jivas are there, not Jivatmas. Jivas are there. Now we are started distributing. That means we are trying to give the places. Anyway, Lord and Lord's abode, these two are inside of the Lord only. Because his abode is Swarupa Shakti, is a manifestation of his Swarupa Shakti. That's why it should be, it can be, it must be inside of the Lord. That means it is inside of the Swarupa of the Lord. Now, two things are remaining: material world and also conditioned Jivatma. And the Suddha Jivatmas who are there, those are also inside of the Lord only we should consider. Who are in the abode, spiritual world. Now, the Jivatmas which are in this material world means what? Jivas. That Jiva is nothing but Shuddha Jivatma plus Jivamaya plus Gunamaya. Jiva is equal to Shuddha Jivatma plus Jivamaya plus Gunamaya. Jivamaya, what it does? It bewilders, it will give the false identity to the Shuddha Jivatma, and Gunamaya will give the body. Then that total is equal to Jiva. Jiva which are existing in this middle world. Now, Jivamaya, Gunamaya, both we already gave place for them. What is remaining now? Shuddha Jiva. That is considered inside of the Lord, because that is purely Chit. It is already considered as a Maya. It is outside of the, yeah. Then what is remaining? Shuddha Jiva Atma. That is remaining. So that will be, since that is purely Chit, so that's why Chit Rupatva Aviseshena. That means the supreme abode is also purely Chit, and this Jivatma is also purely Chit. That's why it is considered inside to the Lord. But it is not Swarupa Shakti, but it is considered inside to the Lord. Okay?
We are saying that this is not a Jiva because in Shuddha Jiva Jivamaya and Gunamaya are not there. But correct, is the point. That's why you cannot say this. This is Jiva. Jiva means and it's not the Bahiranga Shruti. It is Jiva. We cannot say that because of these two things are not there.
Jiva is equal to Suddha Jivatma plus Jivamaya plus Gunamaya.
Yeah.
So that's why you are opening the inside the packet. Then you are allotting. Jiva is one packet which is having inside 3 sub packets. Like Jiva is a big envelope, there are three envelopes, 3 things are there. So you open Jiva, then there you are finding Suddha Jivatma, Gunamaya, Jivamaya and Gunamaya. Then it is easy to understand. Take out Jivamaya, Gunamaya into the category of Maya and remaining is Suddha Jiva. So that comes under the and inside of the Lord. Tatra asya dvatmikatvena abhidanam drishtanta dvaividyena labhyate. Now one may ask, my dear, why you are saying Maya is in 2 ways? Because drishtanta dvaividyena, 2 different examples are given to explain Maya, means it is existing in 2 different ways. 2 different examples are given to explain one Maya, means it is existing in 2 ways. That's why that is the foundation to accept Gunamaya and Jivamaya. Clear? Tatra Jivamayakyasya pradamamshasya tadrushatvam drishtantena spashtayan asambhavanam nirasyate yatha bhasayate. First one is what? Jivamaya. It is the amsha of the Maya. Maya is having 2 amshas, 2 parts. One is Jivamaya and another is Gunamaya. So to explain Jivamaya, what drishtanta is given? Abhasa. Yatha bhasa, yatha tamaha. Yatha bhaso, yatha tamaha. Tatra Jivamayakyasya pradamamshasya tadrushatvam drishtantena spashtayan asambhavanam nirasyati yatha bhasa. So by this drishtanta, so we can understand the first one. So we'll go inside of this. What is this example? First, what is abhasa? What is abhasa? Why Jivamaya is compared with the abhasa? That we should see. First of all, what is abhasa? Abhasa should be first defined. What is the English translation for abhasa? Abhasa means reflection. Abhasa means the one which looks like that, but actually it is not. Yeah. Like some, there are many ways actually here. Abhasa means many kinds of examples are there for abhasa also. But abhasa means it looks like that, but it is not original one. It looks like original one, but it is not original. Or otherwise, you should take here directly reflection. What is reflection? Reflection means if you take a mirror and in the sunshine, if you keep, what will happen? Light will fall, sunlight will fall, and it will reflect. It will reflect somewhere. Okay. So light is reflected on the mirror and it went to some other place. And it is also looking like a light there. You take a mirror, keep in the sunlight, and you can make a reflection. You used to play in a childhood. Dhritatma? On the someone face. Like your watch, you can sometimes sitting in the class and maybe outside the class, so your reflection and very far person also you can on his eyes, you can focus light on that. And there also you are seeing like a light, small light. Yeah. That is known as abhasa, which is always existing outside the source of that light. Yes or no? So that sunlight, sun is globe, sun is the source of the light, and whatever the reflection you are seeing there, that is outside the globe. Here also what is said, whose appearance is the outside to the appearance of the main Lord. Maya means what we said, whose appearance is the outside to the appearance of the Lord's appearance. That means globe is the appearance. That's globe is the source. Source appearance is globe, sun globe. That's light or globe, sun globe. And now the light abhasa reflection is outside to the globe. That means the appearance of the reflection is outside to the appearance of globe or source. Yes, that is only said. Source you can say in Sanskrit bimba. Bimba also you can say. Abhaso jyotirbimbassa bimbasya sviya prakashadvaya स्वीय प्रकाशाद व्यवहित प्रकाशे कथंचिद उच्छलित प्रतिच्छवि विशेषः. प्रतिच्छवि, not प्रतिबिंब, प्रतिच्छवि. So that means here now you consider there is a one light bulb, there is a one bulb, and now somehow you kept some mirror near to that bulb, and now using this mirror the light of the bulb is reflected on some wall. So now this bulb is known as bimba. Okay, and this bimba and the light which is coming from that bulb is reflected on wall now, and that is also looking like a source of the light. Yes, which is reflecting on the wall, is it also looking like a source of the light or not? It is abhasa. Tirumala, you are getting? So now what is the appearance of that abhasa, that reflection is outside to the appearance of bulb, and without the appearance of the bulb not possible of abhasa. So that's why here this example is given, abhasa example is given to explain maya because of this reason. Sviya prakashad vyavahita pradeshe. Vyavahita pradeshe means outside, when you far place, you'll see always reflection very far from the, or some away from the bulb, the source. Sayatha tasmad bahireva pratiyate. So it always exists outside the source of the light. Nachatam vina tasya pratitihi. Without the bulb you cannot find the reflection. Nachatam vina tasya pratitihi tata sapi ityartha. So same way maya also. That's why abhasa is given as example to explain maya. Anena pratichchavi paryaya abhasa pratyaya abhasa dharmatvena tasyam abhasakyatvam api dhvanitam. Actually, we are saying reflection as abhasa. Why we are saying reflection as abhasa? Because abhasa means what? What is the general meaning of abhasa? Which looks like original, but it is not original. So why we are saying here reflection as abhasa? Because reflection also looks like light, source of the light. But actually it is not really source of the light. That's why we are saying reflection as abhasa. That is the point he is clarifying here. That we'll see. Hmm. Yes. What is the question?
We are saying because it's always dependent.
Uh,
It cannot exist independently.
uh. Any question is not question, na? अतः तत्कार्यस्य आभासाख्यत्वं क्वचित्. That's why. That's why we say reflection as it is the reflection is the effect or is the output of the bimba. Bimba means bulb. And that reflection looks like bulb. That's why it is known as abhasa. आभासश्च निरोधश्च इत्यादौ अत्र सा यथा क्वचित् अत्यन्तोद्भटात्मा स्वचाकचक्यात् छटा प्रतिने पतितनेत्राणां जनानां नेत्रप्रकाशम् आवृणोति. If you are sleeping whole day till 12 o'clock, not whole day, till afternoon 12 o'clock, till noon 12 o'clock. Now just in our villages actually we are having very small houses. So just after getting up immediately we'll come and we'll see the sun. Sometimes even children also used to play. So what they do, they will close the eyes. They will that means one boy will be there and another boy is closing your eyes and he will be taking you to the outside the house and he will be just when I release my hands and you immediately see. So then what will happen? Immediately he will after the opening after he opens his hands, immediately you will be seeing then directly seeing the sun. So then what will happen? You will be seeing the different colors. Yes or no? We used to play like this. You people used to play or not? In my childhood, Tirumala used to play, na? Yeah, you'll be made to close your eyes. That means that that person, another boy, is closing your eyes by his hands for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, tightly, and then immediately he will release and he will say, ask that see, and they see the sun. Then if you see, you'll be seeing the some darkness and red, green, blue, white, different colors. If you didn't experience and you can do now also. It's very important now. That is the point we are taking now to explain the Gunamaya and the Jivamaya. Dhritatma, you have experience? No. Yes. When heavy light falls on your eyes, then what will happen? You will not able to see any object in front of you as it is. You cannot able to see the object as it is, which is in front of you. Yes, your vision is covered. Netra prakasham avrunoti. Your vision is now covered. When heavy light falls on your eyes. And also next what will happen? Tam avritya cha svena atyantoddbata tejasastvenaiva drashtrunetram vyakulayan sopakanthe varnashavalyam udgirati. And also it will happen, one more thing will happen. You will be seeing the various colors, but which are not really there. That in English what Babaji wrote, chromatic effect. What is that? Polychromatic effect we say in English. Varna Shavalyam means polychromatic effect. That means seeing the various colors. This lighting is not power. It's LED, na, nowadays. These are all not having any much power. Anyway, if you are in the shadow place and immediately you went into the light, where is the heavy light? Yeah. Best is seeing the sun. Sunlight only is the best example. 12 o'clock. That is. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So when the heavy light of sun falls on your eyes, first of all your vision is covered, and after that there is a polychromatic effect. You will be seeing so many different colors. Kvachit tadeva pratak bhavena nanakarataya parinamayati. That means this varna shavalyam is also dependent on, that means many colorness is also dependent on the source. Yes, and it is different, its appearance is different from the appearance of source. You remember this point. And when light fell on the eyes, the vision of the eyes is covered. This also you should remember, because Jivamaya, Gunamaya, we are going to get from this. Covering the vision is also happening. Getting the different various colors, seeing the various different colors, it is also happening. Seeing the various different colors is Varna Shavalyam, and covering the vision. That is it. Yeah. You cannot see any objects. When the heavy light falls, you cannot see in front of you. Keep even mobile, you will not able to see what is this. Kvachit tadeva pratak bhavena nanakarataya parinamati tata imapi jivagnanam avrunoti. Tatha iyam api jivagnanam avrunoti सत्वादि गुण साम्य रूपां गुणमायाख्यां जडां प्रकृतिं उद्गिरति कदाचित् पृथक् भूतान् सत्वादि गुणान् नानाकारतया परिणमयति च इति ज्ञेयम्. So now, when a strong light falls on the eyes, so vision is lost. So that losing of the vision is compared with the Jiva Maya. Losing of vision is compared with the Jiva Maya. And not only that, one more thing also will happen. We'll be seeing the many colors. There is a production of many colors that is compared with the Gunamaya. And these two, that means photochromatic effect and covering the vision, both are possible because of the source of the light, and both are existing in outside of the presence of source of the light. So that's why we consider this as Jivamaya and Gunamaya. Like this we can explain Jivamaya and Gunamaya. Taduktam, this is said in so Maya is also doing same thing. Maya is covering, Maya is existing outside the presence of the Lord, and without the Lord it cannot, without the Lord its presence is not possible, its appearance is not possible. Without Lord its appearance is not possible, and it appearing outside to the appearance of the Lord. Now the point is, this Maya is also covering the Swarupa Gnanam of the Jivatma. Like the light when it fell on the eyes of the Lord, so then what is the effect? So there is loss of the vision for temporary time being. And also there is the various colors are seen similarly. Maya is also creating the so many things, variety things. Just to make you understand, we cannot see exactly, that means Drishtanta and Darshanta ekdam 100% match. Like that is not possible. Just try to understand. The concept of the Maya can be understood like this. The functionalities of the Maya can be understood like this. Covering of the Jivatma Swarupa Gnana and production of the various objects which are very colorful, that means variety. So Prakriti also, Maya means, Gunamaya means Pradhanam or Prakriti. Prakriti is also known as, Gunamaya is also known as Prakriti. So by using gunas, this Gunamaya is producing so many things. Like Varna Shavalyam, there is a production of so many colors. The same way. Taduktam ekadeshasthitasyagne ityadi. That means ultimately who is the cause? That means losing of the vision and having the various colors. Who is the cause? Source of the light. Light source. Which is there in one place. And it is only the cause. Similarly, Krishna is staying in the one place. And he is managing these two things, covering of the jiva of the Maya and also having the different varieties in front of that kind of person. When his vision is lost, then he will be seeing the various colors. Yes or no? Huh? Which is not actually. Which is not actually. Colors are not. Yeah. Temporarily he is seeing. These colors are not there in the light. That's a white light, bright light. Now he is seeing so many different things. Example is fitting. No. That first Yatha Bhasa, after explaining that, just Jiva Goswami is explaining, that means without Yatha Tamaha, that means now next Yatha Tamaha is pending. Yatha Bhaso, Yatha Tamaha, na? Yatha Tamaha he didn't explain. After explaining Yatha Bhasa, he is just, in general, he is discussing this phenomena. Both are we are seeing. So here you see, here that reflection thing he explained. Then after that, he is explaining the whole phenomena, actually, some other phenomena. So there, this point also came, Varna Shavalyam, that means Gunamaya also came. Then he will connect this into, after when he is going to explain the Gunamaya, Yathatamaha, then he will connect this to there, somehow like that. It's a very complex section. And no, I struggled, Prabhu, years actually. At least 2-3 years I was running behind this. And even I have still, grammatically, I have still some places little bit. That means not problem, but yeah, 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 yeah. But main point is what he is explaining this Varna Shavalyam Udgir. Varna Shavalyam, this meaning I was searching for days. What is Varna Shavalyam? Varna Shavalyam. And then I don't have these books actually when I was reading. So I don't have any Baba's book or anything. Haridas Shastri's book also, it is only Moola, and that is not word to word translation, that literal translation. So then that's why asking so many teachers, going here and there, and trying to understand from the root words, from the dhatus, how this word is made, what is the reason, what kind of meanings it can possible, dictionaries here, there, and like that. It's a struggle actually. And like when you do lot of hard work, definitely it will increase your realization actually. Means that text will become yours. That means the concept will become, that there will be attached. That means deeply it will go into your heart. Then you can easily explain to anyone. So, but if you got ready-made, then it will take. Sometimes it may go inside or may not go anyway. Because after doing a lot of hard work, if you get, then, but when you will come to know this, that means that thing is not went to in your heart. When you will come to know, when you try to explain to the another one, if you are not able to see the blissful place of the opposite person, then you should understand that whatever you are teaching, that is not went to in your heart, first of all. That is the clear actually. If opposite person is not blissful after hearing from you, that means whatever you are teaching, that is not went to in your heart itself first of all. Yeah. Taduktam. Uh, Photochromatic.
You say that Varna Sabuli example, that Varna doesn't exist in the sun.
Arey, Tirumala. No. Tirumala, reflection means what there? That's the ups and down, up and down. Prabhupada says that, what is that? Aswatha Vriksha. It looks up and down. That reflection is what? See, reflections are many types. You see, when you are walking on the bank of a river, there is your reflection on the river. That is also called reflection. There you should take that one. You are getting? So there, here seeing on the bank of tree, on the bank, you are seeing tree in normal way. Roots are down and branches and leaves and flowers are up. But when you see that same tree in the water, root is in up and branches, trees and all in the down. That example you should take. Already it is cleared in the Bhagavad Gita itself. That reflection you should take, not this reflection. Yeah. Yeah, it's up and down. Going down it is. Look. You can see it is going down. So, like this material world is a reflection to the spiritual world, means here everything is reverse and it's not real. Main tree, whatever mango is there in the tree, that you will get, by eating that you will get real pleasure. But there is also one mango in the reflection. If you eat that mango, it is in the water, now you will be feeling watery. No taste. Yeah, the main rasa is not there. That's why this material world is what? Water. That means dukkha. What we studied today? Dukkasya parihara dukkam. Dukkha pariharam dukkameva. Huh? Dukkha aushadam dukkam. Yeah. Big, if there is a big source of light, you can get. Na? Okay. One example will read, please. Taduktam ekadeshasthitasya iti. It is also said, the Agni is standing in one place and it is the cause for all of these things. The same way Krishna is standing in one place and he is the cause of all these. All this means Agni is the cause of the. Agni is the cause for the reflection, Agni is the cause for the abhasa, reflection, and also even if there's a big fire, then also it will create varna shavalyam, everything. Yes, the same thing. Okay, then. Iti chaturveda vidaha. Okay, thank you very much, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, for your patient hearing.